Check the mic and make
Markus,
sure it
happy
sound
launch
right,
day!
boys.
Oh, there. I declare victory times two. Two of us.
Oh my gosh, happy launch day. We just launched today, 2 a.m. for the Fourfold Formula for All Things Wellness, our first book of this series.
Uh-huh.
I'm so excited. I know it's been crazy. It's been a crazy journey. So this is going to be our live open Zoom. We're going to have authors coming in. We're going to do giveaways and we're going to have some fun. I'm going to have them running around. And so cheers to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being on this ride and just love you to pieces.
Couldn't have done it without everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Okay. Are you ready to start letting some people in from the green room?
Uh-oh. Okay.
They've been back there eating M&Ms, so let's go. We're gonna
Begin.
admit them all.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hey, yay, look at everybody.
That's good. I've gotten some confetti, but then you have to sit there and vacuum, you know?
Oh, hey, I know. Somebody will come back and go, cheers, everybody, cheers, cheers. I've got my magical mug.
Shoot, I've got a mug.
Dr. Kathy, Christy's in the house, Diane. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Everybody will be, as they pop in, if you guys happen to have an iPad and you haven't had like lots of people on before, you might start to lose some of your screen and it kind of shifts off to the right. So you might have a lot of people on the right that you can't see. So that's just the way it is gonna be. Oh, we got lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and we got more party stuff going on. Lots of vacuums tomorrow. Woo-hoo. Oh my God. This is great, you guys. Look at Natan is in the house. We've got some people down there. We got some beautiful people. Lori Walker's in the house, Miss Lejeune. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know, we're recording.
Hi, Tom.
We're recording and we're so excited. The Fourfold Formula, the book that, you know, all of you guys have been involved in. And if you haven't been involved and you're in the house, you certainly are part of somebody who was involved in this book. And I'm telling you what, just hold on a second. We've got all sorts of people coming in. So yay to you guys. This is a feat that took every single person's piece of effort. And so I want to just go over a quick, like just etiquette kind of thing, just real quickly. I'm going to ask everybody if you could mute, and I know I hate that because it's not real touchy-feely, and I like to really hear some reverb sometimes because I hear the dogs and cats in the room. But if you could just do that, that's going to help us if somebody happens to be in an echoey room or in their car or whatever. And then make sure if you guys have any questions or you want to talk, throw up an emoji, throw up your hand. I'm going to try to manage the chat room all at the same time. Wish me luck. Where's my moderator? Why didn't I assign one? Oh my God, I love you guys. I'm so excited. I've been up for days. I just can't tell you. I got flowers. My sister sent me flowers. Okay.
Fantastic.
Are you guys excited? Dr. Kathy, I know, just please give me a word. Unmute and tell me how you feel today.
Fantastic.
Fantastic is a fantastic word. That's awesome. How do you feel, Rachel? Unmute and let me know.
Feeling awesome.
We got fantastic. We've got awesome. Okay, let's see. Andy, how do you feel?
Hey.
You're muted, Peggy.
Wasn't that a blessing for about 60 seconds? That was a blessing. All right. We're going to have lots of prizes. We have lots of prizes. You're going to be just running around the house looking for apples. Christine's in the house. We've got everybody, other countries coming in. If you guys something's going on, I've got my phone here. So go ahead and hit me up if you have my personal number. Oh my God. All right. How do you feel? Frank Sakari's in the house. He's one of our media partners. Frank, how are you feeling today, buddy?
Excited, very excited.
You excited? I'm so excited. I'm running the button over here. I'm sorry. Frank, what's your thought on what's been going on the last 9 months or so? We've had a lot of support from you. Thank you so much.
My thoughts, this is exciting stuff. In fact, I'm attempting to do a compilation book myself because of you and your input and watching you put that together. What I think is it's a tremendous way to get your story out for all the authors, get your story out there without the expense and the pain and the suffering and the basic pain in the ass of writing the book yourself. And it opens up a lot of doors. So I'm very excited for everybody, and I'm looking forward to seeing 4 or 5 of you on my TV show.
Oh yeah, that's you guys. That's right. For those of you guys who are in the house who are the authors, remember that we've got 7 media partners. One of them with an international opportunity for you guys to write, whether you have blogs or articles with Dennis Potoko, and make sure that you are looking for your emails because the media partners are going to contact you directly for your interviews. So that's super, super, super exciting. At the end of this, I was going to say at the end of the show, at the end of the party, when we're all drunk and wasted on the floor, I guess I have to start drinking first, but at the end, I'm going to announce who is the foreword for the second book, who's writing the foreword for the second book, and I'm going to share with you guys the book cover. So we've been having some fun behind the scenes on that as well. And I want to do... Do we have Jesus in the house? He's been with us all day. Yeah, no. Okay, let's do our first drawing. So we have all sorts of things going on. We're going to do the first drawing, and in order for the first drawing to take place, this is what has to happen. Okay, be with us, Lord. Okay, 3 of you, the fastest 3 people who come back with a piece of fruit get... You don't know what you get yet. It could be bad. You get a...
Sophia's got a banana.
God, you guys are too bad. You get a free unicorn mug. Okay, look. I'm a princess unicorn mug. You get a free unicorn mug. Who do we have? We have Jackie. We have Rachel. Ooh, why do you guys have so many freaking bananas?
Not Jackie.
Everything.
Not Jackie. Sophia did that.
Sophia had the banana.
Hey,
I literally just bought these on my way home from the fruit stand before.
so we are sponsored, just so that you know, from Chiquita Banana. So that's exciting. Oh, what do we got? What's Alicia have? Oh, what? Dried apricots? Who knows? Okay, you guys. that's-
Sliced apples.
Okay.
Am I too late? Damn. I wanted
You'll
to.
have that. You'll have that. Okay, let's do some, that's it. Let's do some chats, Lejeune. Lejeune, you guys don't know Lejeune. I love saying her name. And I want you to tell us quickly, because we have so many people, tell us the original country you're from and why you decided to share your story.
Well, I'm originally from Jamaica, and I decided to share my story because Martinet gave me the nudge, to be a part of this. And, I thought, having gone through what I went through the past 2 years, I thought it was worth sharing because I learned a lot from it. And I believed others could benefit from my experience, my missteps, my triumphs. So I thought it worth sharing for sure.
Yeah. I remember, you guys, I told you since the beginning, for some of you guys in the house aren't authors in the book, and I just want to share that we've been on this journey. Marcus and I have been trying to do this journey for years, and we originally were going to try to write a compilation book, but kind of a testimony book of his parents, his patients, and my clients. And then last year we decided that we really wanted to open it up and just give a platform to get to know so many people, and with stories of their heart and their spirit and their mind and their body. And the main thing we wanted to do is exactly why we're here tonight, is to create a platform where you guys could get to know each other, and we could create relationships and collaborations and just hang out with like-minded people and speed this shit up. Just get it going and just have great fun and be ourselves and share all the yucky stuff we've gone through, because it's super motivating, and we've cried and we've laughed, and I know all of you guys personally, and can we hear an amen? Can we hear an amen? Yes. I'll just say that Bezos likes me more than Mark Zuckerberg. Let's just go on record with saying that. Mark Zuckerberg gets mad at me sometimes, but Bezos pulled us through. Hi, Gina. Unmute and tell us what your previous profession was before you became a coach.
Before I became a coach?
Yeah.
Well, I was my main source of income. I worked as a community service officer for the police department. And then I was doing body work and healing work on the side along with that. And then I got my coaching certification. And then I left law enforcement.
Amen.
Or like got kicked out. No, just kidding. I just was ready to be done. So
I
you
bet
know,
you were. I bet
life
you were.
sometimes gives you that nudge.
Yeah.
Raise your hand. That's, yeah, I love what you. We've got officers in the house. We've got editors. We've got writers. We've got moms. We've got dads, immigrant stories. We've got all sorts of peeps in the house. All right.
We also got new folks in here, right? So
That's what I said. We have some non-authors, Marcus. You talk for a hot minute while I drink.
well, yeah, just to let you know, the reason why you were invited or why you showed up here maybe is because we are doing a multi-book, and this is the first of a 3-book series, multi-author book about wellness and health, and we try to self-empower people with a special tool that Peggy developed. Is called the Wellness Wheel. That gets tied into everybody's stories in the book. The stories are real life and true stories of issues that have been transcended, so to say. And we want to kind of like show people that, yes, if you have the interest, you can basically use that wellness wheel for self-detection of problems in your life and mitigate that before it turns into something ugly like disease. Because then you might have to see me, and that's never fun. This party is a lot of fun. Me in the office, not.
Exactly. Marcus is an endocrinologist. Most of you guys know that, but if you guys are listening, this is being recorded. It will be launched on media tomorrow. So I just want to really lift you guys up. It's a celebration for you. You've been patient this year. I think some of you who originally that I talked with, who thought they were going to write a story, maybe the experience ended up being very different. Sometimes when we write these stories, and I pushed back a lot. Marcus and I talked, we just wanted to keep peeling back the onion. You've heard that said so many times. And initially we think we're going to help other people. We're like, I'll write my story and I'm going to help others. And I believe in this situation, many of us were surprised how much it helped ourselves. And it absolutely changed my life. That's why I have my box of Kleenex in case I become a fine hot mess. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. Hey, Diane, why'd you decide to tell your story in the book? Give us a little hint about what your story's about.
There, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, my very good friend who is on this call as well was the one really who prompted me to encourage me to share. And you know, I mean, I have to admit, for a very long time, it's because for me it is a good news story, and it's been inside of me, something I've lived with virtually my entire life. And I think oftentimes in society, when we hear about bad news stories that turn good, we look up to those and we think, oh, okay, yeah, those are the stories we're sharing. But so as a result, I always felt a little bit like, well, who really cares? Like, who cares what I have to say? Like, who needs to know? I mean, it's a good news story. But then, I think finally it just sunk into my head that, well, hey, like, there are people that could really benefit from my perspective of the way I grew up and my perspective of being an adopted child, and that it is all good.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something to be
Yeah,
terrified of. So
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Sending out a good message, sending out a good message. Christine, how about you? Up there in New Hampshire, can you share with us what your granddaughter said about you today? Because I know you don't want to, so that's why I'm gonna make you.
My granddaughter is 9 and she knows I've been writing a book. She wants to write a children's book. So we talk about it a lot. Not writing a book, writing a story in a book. And so I showed her on this morning, the Amazon, the picture. This is the book. I must be famous because I'm on Amazon, which she just thinks is the coolest thing. She says, oh my God, call Bumpy from work now. We must build the barricade wall so that the crazy fans don't intrude on your life. Well, you're manifesting for me. That's awesome. But we probably don't have to worry about that.
That's awesome. Oh, that's funny. I just realized that Dennis Patoko is one of our media partners. He was going to be on tonight and he said, well, Peggy, I can't. I'm going to be in the UK and it's going to be so late. And then I look at Faith's face. Faith is from the UK and I'm like, Faith is here 5 hours later. You're over there at 2 o'clock in the morning, practically 12:30. That's great. Hey, Martinet, hi. Martinet is one of our authors. She's sitting in our heart chapter and she told a really touching story. How are you feeling today when the book launched? How did it make you feel?
Excited.
Really excited?
I think it was, I think for a lot of us going in, it's like, okay, I'm going to share my story. And this is one of those like stories that I've shared a bunch of times. It's on my website and everything. But when you actually write it to put it in the book, it's like, oh gosh, scary, you know?
Yeah. You did a great job. It was hard. Yours is one of those stories that, I mean, I'll just say we went back and forth quite a bit because for you guys that did write and anybody listening that when you write your own story, there's so many emotions that the timelines jump, right? On visions like this. So it jumps. And so you forget to go, okay, well, I went till then I was 28 years old and then I went back to 7th grade and then Johnny said something and then over here because you're caught up in the emotions and it's really difficult to think with the reader's hat on. That's one of the things that keep coming back and think about your reader that's sitting on the couch and reading your story. You are saving lives and changing lives starting today. Those of you who have been divorced, addictions, those of you who have seen spirit and your parents who've passed on, those of you who have been homeless, all sorts of things that have happened. You are changing lives this second and saving lives this very second. And I'm so proud of you. Eileen is in the house. She's one of our media partners. Can you unmute, Eileen? And you've been doing media for a really long time. We want to thank you. You have supported us, tagged us, shared. I thank you so much. What are your thoughts? You also contributed a story.
Yes, thank you, Peggy. Hi, everybody. I look forward to having the opportunity. Hey, Frank and Lori. I look forward to the opportunity to interview the contributors and all of you that are here. My thoughts, I know Peggy and Markus have really put a lot of effort and time and energy into putting this book together. And this is one of many that I've been a part of. And what I want to share is each and every one of you, your story matters. And as Peggy said, it only takes one person for you to have an impact on, for the value of your story to be part of Peggy's book and any future books that you may write yourself or be a part of as other parts of your stories and journey. What I've learned along the way being a media partner and helping to share the stories that are put into these anthology books and collaborative books is that we all walk the path and this journey called life together. And when we open ourselves up to that vulnerable place of being in a book like this and to share our heartfelt stories, we're doing our own healing and we give other people hope for their own healing as well. So my contribution was my own story of having been walking a path of kind of that zombie, living life, having kids, doing the normal thing. And then I was blindsided and had to look at myself through a debilitating condition, which many of you, if not all of you, know, fibromyalgia. And it nearly killed me. And so I had an awakening, and that opened me up to the realization that we're all connected. We all have the opportunity to rise above our life challenges. So when I interview when I do interviews, I pull the best out of the people that I'm talking to, and I help them share their story from those deepest parts in order to bring to light that which is most important to you as the author, but also most important as to why you wrote your story.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. No.
You're welcome.
I love it.
That was kind of deep, I know, but I look at everything. Yeah, I look at everything from that, that spiritual, that inner wisdom, that inner part of us.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that in this book. There's a lot of, James Redfield, who wrote our foreword, obviously, if you've read Celestine Prophecy, and Cindy Wilkins, that's one of the reasons she's a part of the book, is that she didn't know anything about the project. We've never met, and she has, followed him and believed in his, his feeling, it was 1993 or something. He wrote his first series of the Celestine Prophecy. And, when I asked him to write the foreword, when I was interviewing him, I think in December, and we were just on, I was like, there was just something that I knew that he needed to be a part of this. And he really, I think his spirit led the way in this book, because the serendipitous stuff, you guys, whether you believe in God, higher spirit, whatever it is for you, I just have to tell you, behind the scenes, the stuff that has happened and to go in line is stuff I can't even say in the scientific 3D world that would even make sense. It's all a part of you guys. It's all a part of whoever's supporting this. So amen. Let me hear an amen. Okay. Cindy Wilkins, pop on here. You have unmuted yourself. So tell me, why the heck did James pull you into this book? What was it about him?
Well, because I had a spiritual story to tell, and I figured that was, a perfect outlet. And of course, I saw his name, and that was the carrot, the dangling carrot. We've talked about that before. And I was curious, I was curious about the whole project. And when I read more into the fourfold formula and the wellness wheel, and I'm like, oh, this is so up my alley,
Mm-hmm.
And my personal story touches upon a lot of what Eileen was talking about, that difficult journey that you face in your life. And it is through those difficult journeys that we become in touch with our spiritual side.
Yeah.
And we tend to experience things and, believe in things that we may not have otherwise believed in, because we get put in this place of, I don't want to say hopelessness, but you kind of feel like, okay, where do you hit rock bottom? Where do I go from here? My life doesn't make sense to this person, and the person in my story happens to be my dad. Mm-hmm. And it was a journey about how we went through healing that brokenness in our relationship and that misunderstanding. And it was through the birth of my daughter that actually served as the bridge. And it just, I don't want to give it all away because I'm getting goosebumps and teary-eyed just talking about it, but it's such a beautiful story. And, towards the end, it is, my final goodbye to him. And I, in the way that I would have wanted it to happen for both of us. And it was a complete, like, I just felt my heart heal. I felt like, that story, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, when he's like holding on to that sled and all of a sudden his heart grows really big and goes boing. And that's what it felt like writing this story. You know, that's why writing our stories and being vulnerable to the world not only helps heal us, but it helps to touch other people, you know, who may have, you know, a similar story or, you know, a similar background, and they hear someone else tell their story and they're like, well, you know what? I can do it too. If she can do it, I can do it, you know, and I can survive it too. So this whole project serves as a beautiful, you know, it's like we're all trailblazers for just the ordinary, you know, the ordinary Joe who's just out there wanting to tell your story.
See?
Right?
Beautiful. Yeah, it's perfect. Beautifully said.
Thank you.
You guys ready to move? You ready to get physical? Ready to win a prize? Okay. Oh my gosh, I got to move this room so I can see everybody function. Well, the greatest thing about this, just dawned on me, Marcus, there isn't always a light on in the campsite. You know what I'm saying? Just dawned on me. I don't have to write down any winners. I just have to watch this back when I produce it. I'll know. Okay, so here we go. The first 3 people to do 10 jumping jacks each get a free copy of the book. Not Marcus. Jumping jacks. I'm not kidding. You know, Lejeune. Oh my God. Okay. 10. He's got to sit down when it's 10. Oh.
I'd rather not give birth at 20 weeks, so I'm going to just stay seated.
No, that's right. We got a pregnant lady in the house. Okay, so I'm going to go back and analyze that because that's going to be coming in hot at the finish line. And Andy's a runner. Andy, that was coming in hot. Seconds going to take me to cut. You know, that was close.
I just ate before this, so I didn't do the jumping jacks, but the bananas I could just reach over. You know?
Exactly. Okay, so let's go around the house. Let me go over here to the second room. And okay, did you guys hear there was somebody in the room that didn't want to give birth to doing jumping jacks? That would be Alicia. How are you feeling there, author and bearer of children?
I mean, I'm growing some babies, so you can imagine.
And that would be plural, everybody. That would be.
Oh, yeah.
There's
more than one.
Yes. Bless your heart. So, hey, tell us a little bit about your story because it was about your dad, and give us a couple of reasons why you're in the book and what your story is about. It's a good one, you guys.
Yeah, it was actually interesting hearing the last person who spoke. I forgot who was speaking, but Cindy. My dad and my relationship really started to heal after the birth of my son. I saw the connection that he had with my son, and I was like, okay, there is love there, and there is, you know, some I don't have a word for it, but yeah, so my story is about my journey with my dad.
Yeah.
And I wrote it because my dad passed away the day that I met with Peggy to talk about this book. So
can't even tell you guys. I was like, she's like, I don't know. What did you say? I don't know if I'll be able to call you back today because my dad just died. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, it was just, and you were writing the story, or were going to write the story. You thought about it anyway ahead of time. That's amazing. That's amazing.
It was a really interesting thing because I had a dream about 3 weeks before he passed that my stepmom said that he died, but it turned out that he was just sleeping. And it ended up that at 6 a.m, I checked my text messages, and I misunderstood a text from my brother that I thought was that my dad had passed at 2 a.m. that morning.
Right.
And I found out at 11 a.m. that was not the case. So for, 5 hours, I thought my dad had passed. And then there was 2 more hours, and then he actually passed. So it was like, oh, there's a dream that was just, letting me know that was going to happen.
Right there. Yeah. We have lots of Wettsteins in the house. I don't know if you guys have kind of looked around. If they happen to look similar to their dad, we've got Natan, we've got Nicholas, and I think I even saw Natasha in the hood here, up in here at one point in time. So I want to ask you, what's that?
Oh, I was just saying, move on. She texted me. She has other things to do.
Well, he's grounded. Hey, so Nicholas has a story in the book. And I don't know if you guys saw one of our story teasers. We did some videos a while back. So if you haven't seen those, they're on YouTube, All Things Wellness YouTube, story teasers where the authors read about 250, 300 words of their stories. And the particular one I'm talking about, Nick and his dad, Markus, was on that video, and I was on there with my sister. And it was one of the longer chats, but one of the biggest takeaways that I got out of that, and I'm bringing this back to you guys to really listen about this experience because it can greatly affect you. When you tell your story, it is your perspective and can be your perspective about the same exact event at the same time with a sister or a brother or a child, and it's your perspective. But when you tell it and you share all the information, you can look at the other person and find some sort of understanding and some sort of a different connection. And I've known the Wettsteins for a long time. And I was looking at Nicholas, who was in the bottom right box, and I was looking at Markus, and it was so emotional for me because both of them were talking about stories of anger, generational anger. Markus was talking about his father, obviously he's German, and he was sharing how it affected him and his stress level and his health. And then when Nicholas read his story, of which he's speaking of anger, I all of a sudden looked at both of them generations and thought of the dad and the two. Nicholas, you know what I'm talking about. You had a different understanding, didn't you? Thumbs up, talk to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Continue.
No, I was just going to say that was a profound moment, I think, for you, wasn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Man of many words. See how hard it was for me to get 2,000 of those things out of that mouth. Lord have mercy. Yeah, Nicholas, we had ages 21, I think, if I can say, one of the beautiful ladies in the room, and her friend 21, 22 were our youngest, and we went up a hill to the ages. But you know, Nicholas being 30 and willing to write about emotions, you guys, when you read his story, it's really cool to pull in other readers for that. We've got our publisher in the house, Teresa Velarde. Can you unmute and say hello to everybody, since we've been up since a long time?
Hey everybody, what a feat. We have completed this book. I am so excited for you guys to see the finished product. It's amazing. It is amazing. All of the stories, every one of them touched my heart. I could relate to so many, including what you were just talking about. I grew up in a similar atmosphere, and there's just so much I can relate to. So from a publishing perspective, and from what I know, having published things like this in the past, your stories are going to be a gateway to somebody else's healing. So I just want to give you all kudos for putting yourselves out there, for bearing your souls, sharing your stories that you may not in another time have ever let pass through your lips, let alone to the pages of a book. So for all of you who stepped out of the box, the proverbial box, congratulations. I'm just so excited for every one of you.
Thank you. Just check, that's awesome. Just checking the chats. If anybody has any questions or wants to say something, you guys just hit the emojis or throw something in the chats here. Hope you can edit that out. Janice, I have no idea what you're talking about. It was probably something that I said. And if it was a cuss word, I don't care. I'll just put music to it. What did you want me to edit out?
No, it was me jumping up and doing jumping jacks. Offer that.
No.
How did I miss that? I wanted to see that. How did I miss it?
They're not done. You do hang in there. You do hang in there.
Yeah.
You do hang in there. All right, let's oh my gosh, these are all sorts of different people that I don't recognize their names, and I've got phone numbers in the house here. Markus, were you a writer before this book?
I did one article that I was supposed to do while I was doing my fellowship. You're supposed to write something really serious about, mine was about the pituitary gland, but that was one thing that I tried to publish, but it wasn't worth it, I guess. So we got out there. So when you approached me, I thought, hey, this is a sure win. I'm going to go. So now I'm a published author.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really, really good. That's good. Hey, we've got another Canadian in the house. Sylvie, can you just say hello?
In French, bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Welcome. You brought in your friend Diane, and this has been a big referral process, and it's really kind of cool if you think about a spider web. Lori Walker is connected to the last book, Mayhem to Miracles, I was in, and the media partners. And then I've worked with Faith, and we've got Alicia and Martinet and Jackie and Sophia who are connected to Andy. And I mean, it just goes along. I remember, Sylvie, one of the first sessions we were in, I'm going to divulge a secret, just wait, guys. And remember when Ziggy was on there? So he's one of our writers, Ziggy Salvation, and we were on a call together, and you were so cute because after she called me and she said, Peggy, I can speak French and I can understand in the business kind of sense of English. It's not my very first language, but she goes, but I didn't understand anything that he was saying. So cute. And I said, hey, Ziggy has another language anyways, but it was really cute. Thank you for hopping on, Sylvie. Lori Walker, hey.
I'm here.
How are you doing? Are you awake and wearing your purple and you're looking mighty fine?
Everything is, every time I wear black, it looks purple. So you're black, but yeah. I don't get colors, but.
Oh. Well, it looks good anyway. How are you feeling this morning when you woke up?
What a day. I mean, you had mentioned the Mayhem to Miracles. Like, a lot of people don't realize, like, I've been on this roller coaster for like a year straight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last year at this time is whenever the interviews were happening for Mayhem to Miracles. And for those who don't know, I'm going to Teresa Velarde. And Eileen was the first person that interviewed me, and she's here tonight. And Frank Sakari right after that, friend requested me on Facebook. So it was quite the journey. So it started in September, and then Peggy's interviews were in November. And I've said this story a couple of times, but when Peggy interviewed me, I thought, oh, okay, that was nice. There's my 15 minutes of fame, whatever. And then in December, she came and was asking for contributing authors for her book. And I thought, my first story was so deep and so emotional and so powerful and so heavy that I wanted to write something fun. Like it was really depressing.
Right.
And I wanted to write about, I call it the storm, the divorce. I wanted to write about what happened after.
Yeah.
And it was, so I'm feeling very self-conscious because I know all your stories are going to be really, really deep. And mine's deep in the beginning, but then it just gets funny. I mean, it's just,
there's never a judgment. There's never judgment on stories, you guys. Never, never, never. That's awesome. Let's do another giveaway. Why? Because we can, because I'm excited. You guys heard of Gretchen Rubin? Have you heard about the Happiness Project and the 5 Habits? I have a massive array of stuff here. I have a Happiness Project. I have a happy journal. I have a happy coloring book. We're going to be happy. The first 3 people who go and get a glass of water, fill it up from the sink and bring it back. 3 people, ready, go. We got the same people. We've got the same competitive type of people. Oh, we got
I love this.
Alicia, be careful.
Look, Rachel first.
You can't already have been a winner. I said from the sink. Gina, did you just hold up your water? Okay. I'm going to have to watch that back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Water, that looks
I filled it up.
Cheers. Hey. That's awesome. Hey, I want to give some credit. I'll get these out to you guys. I want to give some credit to the Longs who are in the house, Jackie and Sophia Long, mom and daughter team. tell a little story about them. Please do hang on. Jackie reached out to me first, and then her daughter was going to be a part of this book. But what they didn't know is what they were going to write about. They didn't know about each other's content. And they just went off and kind of wrote their stories. And I think they both approached me at one point in time and said, should we tell each other? Should we read each other's stuff? You know, what do you think? Well, I'm like, it's on you. It's on you. And then we got ready to do a first little baby interview. And that is when you guys decided to share it. Wasn't it on the Friday night or something before? Is that right? Yeah. So talk to us, Sophia. You guys are writing about the same type of subject, and share a little bit about what you're willing to share tonight. They'll see it in the book. Share.
Well, I think I actually started writing before you did, even though you were invited before I was.
Another overachiever.
Yeah, I did. I decided that last round out. But in any event, the first like big event in my life was my dad passing away. And that's what I wanted to write about. And I know I've always wanted to write about that. So that's what I wrote about. And my mom ended up writing about the same thing, the same period of time when my dad was sick into when he died.
Yeah. That's pretty profound. And their stories follow each other in the book, in the heart chapter. Jackie's is first, followed by Sophia's. And it's similar to the Wettstein story that I was just talking about, is that it's the same event and just different eyes on the prize and how it affects each other differently. And Jackie, do you feel like you learned a little bit more about your daughter through her eyes on the same experience with your husband?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there was a lot that I knew, and there were new things. So that was really cool. I don't want to say. There was something I didn't know that really connected her to her dad, and she writes about that in the book. And I didn't know that, so that makes being in that space with her different when that thing happens that I'm not telling you because I don't want to run it.
Right, exactly. I know. It's a good read, you guys. It's a good read. Jackie and Sophia are also offering a giveaway. Coaching session with Jackie is 45-minute coaching session, a free book signed, and a CD of the song that Jackie actually wrote when her husband passed. It's a beautiful song. So they're offering all of that. And it's going to go to the first person in the chat. He was like going to the keyboard. In the chat, when you tell me, write down all the words of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
All the words.
Okay.
Write them down.
See you in about 10 minutes as you look them up on the internet and cut and paste. Okay, ready, set, go. Is Natan still in the house? Hey, Natan and Nick. Natan, what are your thoughts about your dad and your brother being in the book?
What?
What are your thoughts about your brother and your father? How many beers have you had?
Oh, no, I had one little glass of champagne. I was in the middle of writing Twinkle, Twinkle.
Nice.
Halfway through when I get distracted. I think it's pretty cool, honestly. I'm very excited to see all of it, obviously, when it comes out.
It's out, buddy. Get your butt on Amazon and buy a copy.
Okay, I have to see if I won that jumping jack one first.
He's waiting for the hand-me-down from his dad, you know?
If you put in Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you're going to get the coaching from Jackie, and that's what that one was for. So you got it. Ooh, we're going. Jackie, you're picking your winner. I can see what you're doing over there. All right, that's cool. But you thought it was really neat that your dad and your brother were in the book, huh?
It's kind of like what you're saying when you were interviewing Nicholas a couple minutes ago, man of many words, right? In general, even though our family can be quite open with each other, right? I don't think the same. And like you were talking about just before with the mother and the daughter talking about the same subject, right? although we might process things together and we spend a lot of time together, I don't think it's going to be the same as reading somebody's story as they put it down when they were in, the peaceful place of themselves, just with themselves, expressing this more or less to themselves to the page. Of course, there's an editing process, but that being able to get that view is different. And I think it only exists because of the written word, because of the book. So for those reasons, yeah, definitely very excited to see my dad, my brother, plus everybody else. I think it'll be really cool.
How eloquently spoken, don't you think? Just eloquently spoken.
Very nice, yes.
Marcus is like, that's very nice. That's very nice.
Very nice.
Rachel, are you still in the house? Are you like cleaning the kitchen? Sometimes I hate to do that when people are in video because it could be, you just never know. Oh, she's back. How are you doing tonight? Do you have you're celebrating, you've been celebrating all day. How do you feel?
Yeah,
That's
I'm feeling good.
fantastic.
I've been doing a couple of posts. I actually just put one up of us on Zoom doing the author party.
Oh, awesome. Your story is really colorful. It is. Can you tell everybody the title of your story?
Yeah, the dance of the sugar plump fairy.
Love it.
And you heard plump, the sugar
Plump,
fairy.
yeah.
And about 40 emails went back and forth between the editors, Teresa. And
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Plum or is it plump? Peggy, is it plum or is it plump? I'm like, it's her story and it's plump. But beautiful story. You guys are gonna love her story. All right. Who's Megan? Megan, I can't see your face, but can you tell us who you are or who you know? Who's Megan? She's gonna all of a sudden leave.
It's past her bedtime, so she's probably just left her computer on. Or
is that your daughter, Cindy?
No, that is one of my best friends, Megan.
Best friend, bestie.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let her be. And we've got a Samsung phone in the house, which is always nice. That's cool. That's cool. Faith, how are you doing? Are you holding up?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm still here.
Thank you for joining us. It's been quite a journey. You have you've helped out a lot. You've been my you guys will see in this story. I actually have Faith in my acknowledgments. She's been a rock for me this last year. Teresa has been a rock. Marcus, I mean, we have whatever. You're like my brother. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm going to give a couple more giveaways and then we can see if anybody else has anything they want to share. And then I want to talk about book 2 really quickly. And then you guys can go do whatever you want. My sister gave me flowers. Did I show you guys these?
How beautiful.
Look, she sent them to the wrong address, but it's the point, it's the effort. That A for effort, bless her little heart. Okay, the power of when. I don't know, for those of you who I've coached before, the power of when is written from Michael Bruce, Dr. Bruce. He's known really well as like pretty much the sleep doctor. So I use this with all of my clients and it's based on your chronotype, your biorhythms and how you sleep. And it's really cool. It puts you into 4 animal types. I'm a lion. Hardcover. In the chat, get ready. In the chat. You have, oh boy, I got to make this one up. This has got to be good. What do we want to do? No, I don't want to do it.
Wait a minute. I just want you to know that the Samsung phone in the
who is that?
In the thing here
Thingy
is Angie.
It's my sister. Oh, sis, thank you for the flowers. Did she just put that in the chat? That's so sweet.
She put it in the chat.
Oh, thank you, sis. Oh my gosh. Angie also wrote a story in the book. I mean, most of you guys know that. Just real quick on that story. I learned a lot about it too. Same event, both a part of the same life event, and it's a tearjerker. So grab your tissues when you read it. All right, sis, thank you. All right, you guys, let's do another giveaway. How about that, Marcus? Let's do 3 books. So I'm going to do The Power of When. I'm going to do and 2 fourfold formulas. And what do I want you to do? I want you to tell Marcus how amazing he is. No, Marcus, what do we want him to do? Can you make something up on the fly?
Let's see. We want to
3
see.
people. We need 3 people to do. Oh, I got some.
Mhm.
3 people to go get a TV remote control and bring it back. I tell you, Rachel Sweet is competitive as hell. She doesn't have to go
Yes,
anywhere.
yes.
Would you, oh my God, how am I going to do that? Okay, I will add up all the, I will. Eileen, fast, marathon runners, these guys. I'm never going to figure that out. Good job.
I saw, if you want to know who I saw first, I saw Andy first, and then I saw,
I've got it recorded. I can go back.
I saw Lejeune, and I saw Cindy.
Janice, maybe?
Janice was pretty
Janice?
quick on that draw too.
All right.
Yeah, Janice was quick on the draw too. Yes, exactly. How are you going to determine who wins this?
I mean,
Oh,
my
I'm looking
remote
at the recording.
was on the desk next to me too.
Oh, it's recorded.
I'm looking
Okay.
at the recording. Okay, let's go around the room. So I'm going to assign a number for the rest of the drawing. So as I say your number, write it down. And then when I pull a number out of the hat, you will be the winner. So Marcus cannot win and I cannot win. Ready? Janice is number 1, Jackie number 2, Sophia 3, Diane 4, Lejeune 5, Christine 6, Alicia 7, Frank 8, Faith 9, Christy 10, Cindy 11, Andy's Diane 12, Gina 13, Natan 14, Sylvie 15, Teresa, no, Lori Walker 16. Ashley 17. We got to do this. Nick 18, Rachel 19, Martinet 20, and then Sis 21 and Megan 22. Okay. All right, let's go to the other giveaways. We've got a, and I'm going to say it wrong. I'm sure I am, Janice. Adapt to stress, your adaptogen elixir. Is that correct? Did I say it good? Did I say it the right way? Yes, go team. Okay. 5. Who's number 5? Okay, Lejeune. Lejeune wins that one. Fantastic. Let's go to the next one. Gina Libido is giving away a 30-minute coaching session. Ready? 7. Who's that? I got to move my Alicia. Ooh, good luck. Good luck, buddy. Okay, let's go through the next one. Martinet, she's giving a 1-hour coaching. That's a good one. 1-hour coaching session. 11. Hopefully it's not Martinet or something. 6. All right, let's go through. I'm giving a 1-hour coaching session. Ray's going, damn, I hope she doesn't call my number. 15. Sylvie, yippee-ki-yay, that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, I've got another unicorn mug coming. I know you're excited. 17. Is that Lori Walker? Who's 17? 17 has dropped off the planet.
I'm going to get that mug. I'll just. Weren't you 17, Natan?
I was not, but somebody did leave right after all.
Maybe it was. Okay. I'll go back. Let me just see.
Do I get pushed up to 17 then?
Sure, you betcha, buddy. You want a free unicorn mug, free unicorn mug for everybody. All right, we're gonna give away. This one's a biggie. So everybody who's on here tonight, it is 8:30, 8:20. I'm gonna finish this up. You have until 10 o'clock, but it's first come, first served. So the first 20 people who go online and order a book, you already have ordered one, order one for a friend, whatever, you order it and you email me, Peggy@allthingswellness.com, your receipt or your invoice number, some sort of proof. By 10 o'clock, it stops and you get an extra book free. So buy one, get one free. Okay, 20 people, first 20 people. Good times. The excitement is unbearable, completely unbearable.
Peggy?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you mean between now and 10?
Eastern,
Or
10 p.m. Eastern. Oh,
From
you little, you're gonna, yeah, she's like, I'm gonna do this on my phone. Damn, I'm not paying attention for the rest of it.
I was wondering if you ordered earlier, if that counted, but I just want to know the time frame.
Right now, from this, because
got it.
Lejeune, tell these guys, were you willing to tell these guys what you just did a little bit ago? Are you willing to? Because it's unbelievable. You're muted.
Well, I ordered one book and then I went in to see how much Amazon would allow you to order at a time, and they would allow you to order 30. So I ordered 30 more. Hey.
That is so amazing.
Bestseller, right? Get us the bestseller.
Well, and you just didn't want to wait past Saturday. That's the thing, is you get it. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, because I'm Amazon Prime, so it'll be here Saturday, so I can't wait.
That's so exciting. That's amazing.
So I'm going to be going to my friends. You get a book. You get a book.
We have Oprah. We have Oprah in the house. That's amazing. I have said that's amazing about 4,000. It's like, right? All right. I'm going to share this.
Peggy.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We picked a winner of the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
And do please announce.
It was based off of the version that we knew.
And I looked it up on
She
3 sites as
really
well.
tried looking up all of the different
I wanted to
versions
be
and wanted
fair.
to get analytical about it, but I told her she was making it too complicated. Nick, you won.
Oh,
Where's Nick?
Dang, thanks. I had no idea.
Nick, the man of many words, can type fast, apparently. Good job.
I was actually pretty down far from the ones that were before me.
You did it accurately, right?
I
It's
guess so. I
quality.
did it accurately.
It counts. Accuracy counts.
It was accurate and it was the full verse.
Ah,
So special.
nice. Oh, cool.
Okay, you guys, so what happens next? First of all, thank you for coming. And honestly, I'm going to try not to cry. I've cried so much lately, it's ridiculous. But I am beyond honored to be able to have held your stories in my hands. I've said that a million times. Honey, is that you? Oh, look, this is the guy that feeds me. Come here. Don't fall down. This is my guy. This is Dana.
Moving my PJs.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bend down, Snake.
Hey, Dana.
This is my guy. He's been knocking on the door all day going, you really need to eat. So this is my guy.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Proud of
you.
you.
Thank you.
You have fun.
Okay,
Look
that's
forward to reading the book.
okay, honey. Don't trip and fall. I like your taco. I like your taco sock. He literally has taco socks on. He loves his little, what do you call those, you guys? Those socks that have also happy socks. Thanks, honey.
Happy sock.
He likes happy socks. But I'll let Markus give you some words, but I am so honored to have had your stories. When you edit stuff like this, you think you're going to be just left brain, write it, type it, go back and forth, get an email. But it's been so emotional, and today's been really emotional, and I just love you guys to death. Markus.
Yeah, it has been for me a tremendous journey, honestly. And it is, we're still walking. We still have 2 books to go. But the point is that I was not expecting this. The multifaceted changes that occur in myself through the process was just incredible. And then obviously we did hear or read through the stories in advance, so I already know what we're talking about with the different stories, and each one of them had really something that resonated with me, and I did not expect that. It was. I came from a place, an introvert who is thinking that I'm the only one who suffers through all these melodies in the world, and that's okay because I was taught to be a tough kind of guy. so from that perspective, no problem. And then realizing that we have a group of like-minded people that actually are helpful instead of trying to tear you down, all those type of things. It's just it was an amazing transformation for me with regards to understanding all this, and I really appreciate everybody who contributed because each one made it like everybody else said.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's amazing.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
I have two things. First of all, for those of you who still have not submitted your story for the gratitude book, you can take a deep breath because I'm going to give you a little bit more time to the 15th in order to be able to get those stories in, if you wouldn't mind. Yay!
Much gratitude.
Much gratitude about the gratitude.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And
It's
I just want to
written.
say,
It's all written in longhand.
I'm going to give you to the 15th. So yeah, get those in. And if you are in relation to this, if you're in the two books, for those of you who have gotten spaces in both books, if you don't make, I got yours, Alicia. I got it. I got it. For those of you who are in the both books, and like you, Marcus, if you don't get it in by the 15th, or by the time I cut the pages off, that you're not going to be able to be in it, I will roll you over into the next one, which is going to be a daily gift of inspiration. So for those of you who are in both books, each one of you that's in this book gets one page. If you have gone into the second book, you can choose to either put it in this book or the Daily Gift of Inspiration, which will launch right after I close the gratitude book. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then the other thing that I want to say is I have had such a incredible, I've done a lot of books in my day, and I've had such an incredible experience with Markus and Peggy. I just want to thank the two of you for everything that you did to make this a successful journey. And I am seeing in my mind's eye, #1 bestseller by the weekend for all of you. And that makes each one of you a contributing author to a best-selling book, and you can hang your hat on that. And congratulations to every single one of you. I'm just really thrilled. I'm excited. I'm choked up. And from that, I'm going to pass it back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Teresa. Very super nice. And I just wanted to make sure that I know that everybody realizes this, but Peggy really has been the motor and the driving force here for a lot of this. And so having this as an end result today is really the epiphany of everything. And I really appreciate all the work and all the hard efforts and frustrations and everything that Peggy went through.
Yes.
So I wanted to give her a little ovation. Thank you.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm faking it, but I'm not. Okay, back to business. That's how I do. Share your emotions, but don't. Okay, I want to share the screen with you just really quick. First of all, amen to the first book. It's never going to go away, ever. James Redfield will forever be attached to us and us to him. Take advantage of that for the rest of your life. If you go off and write blogs, if you go off and write for corporate settings, you are a published author. If you want to speak, you speak that you have a book. You sell it in the lobby. You go do book signings. You represent yourself. You are not to have imposter syndrome. It is not allowed. You are deserving. You have a right to tell your story. And I am so damn proud of you. I will stand in front of a bus for you. So stop. Go tell everybody. Stop the madness. Go tell everybody. If you're coming into the second book, Win the Wellness War, the acronym WAR stands for We Are Responsible. I know you've seen enough about this. We're using metaphorically, literally, like being in the military, where you prepare, you get physically trained. What are your troops going to do? Where are you headed? What type of supplies? What type of support? So we're going to take that content. Markus and I are working on the content of that, and all the stories still do the same. 30 author. Everybody's going to still fit in a beautiful chapter, same framework, more stories of the heart, spirit, mind, and body. So we selected our foreword. Our foreword is such a fit. It's crazy. Dr. Hassan Teta, who is a board certified cardiothoracic surgeon. He's also a captain in the Navy. He is an author. He's written stories with his child, his daughter. He's got a whole entire series of stories that he's written. He's accomplished. He's a beautiful man. And he, like, you know, I'm not going to say physically because that's not professional, but here is the cover of the next book. You can see the theme. So here's the emblem. We've got this on the first book. It says #1. And here's the second book of this series. And we're flowing through with the exact same branding. And this one is gray and the next book will be white. So there you go. Peeky doo.
Looks really nice.
Very good.
That's
All
right.
right, so we're just gonna keep staying together. The private Facebook site will always be open, no matter what. When you post in there, I will be right there if you have any questions. There's lots of stuff going on. It does not mean that the momentum stops at all. The questions keep coming. You're forever family. I will help do whatever. If you're local, we'll do book signings. If we need to get together, I will help you in any way that I can. So keep it coming. And I love you guys to pieces. Anybody want to say anything, raise their hand, final thoughts, didn't speak, I didn't call you.
Peggy, I give you permission to go for a massage after this is all over.
I'm flying up to
work
Massachusetts.
Your tail off, girl. You're gonna work your tail off.
I had a massage about 3 years ago was the last time I had a massage.
Well, you deserve one.
Oh, thank you. All right, you guys. Well, I love you to death, and you guys can just ta-ta, and thank you for joining, and Faith go to bed, and I'll get you all your gifts. So remember, you have till 10 o'clock to go order your book, and you get a free one. Ready, set? Oh, look, everybody's signing off. Oh my God. Run. Majun, thank you for your support today.
Thank you. Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, you guys. Bye,
Bye.
Bye, Natalia. Bye, Teresa.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Megan. Bye, Angie.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye, you guys.
Bye,
Oh, look,
guys.
Marcus, our little birds are flying away.
Hey, old Peggy.